All right, this is Tony the Tiger back again. A nice 6.5, so to say. Um, just kind of touching on what the 1 to 10 scale of physical attraction is. Now, for men, looking at women, yes, it's heteronormative. Yes, it's politically incorrect. Don't kill me if this is really the opinion you want information on. So generally, most people are going to be a 1 to 8. It's determined on the physical fitness of the body and then the cute slash hot factor. Um, so the fitness of the body, I know normally the thing to avoid is the fatness, but you can actually be too sucked up as well. For example, your shoulder is this big around, and then between that and your elbow, your bicep kind of sucks in, like kind of gives the same kind of ick that being the overweight slash obese kind of gives off. Uh, 1 to 2s generally have neither the cute nor the fit in place. 3s to 4s, they have the cute, but their body is very unfit. The 5s to 6s are generally lacking in the cute, but they have their body together. And then the 7s and 8s typically have both the body and the face together. You know, that's where pretty much everyone watching this is going to fall. Now, what distinguishes that one difference between like a 3 and a 4 or a 7 and 8 is usually more a personal preference thing. Do they fit your racial attractive type? Do they have curves in the right places? Does the aesthetic and the vibe of that person and their style match your taste? That's where that 1 point wiggle between the two are. Now, I'm going to talk about 9s and 10s here for a second. 9s and 10s are pretty much never naturally occurring. Okay. A 9 and a 10 is what happens when a 7 and an 8 or a 7 or an 8 puts, 4 to 6 figures of investment in their body, in their gym memberships, in their plastic surgery or their makeup or their outfits. And they don't do this for no reason. Okay. It's an investment for a reason. It's an investment because you expect a reciprocal return on that investment. This is why you usually see really attractive women or especially young attractive women gravitated towards as like, are they just chasing the money? Are they really only interested in what the man can spend? And as an investment, it makes sense. But at the same time, if I'm telling you, hey, I spent $10,000 on myself, you should spend just as much money on me as I've spent on myself, you know, there's a certain kind of mood about that too. Now, if you have character, you have humor, you have personality, none of that really needs to be an obstacle to you. It's really if you're just the kind of person who's relying entirely on the look to establish your value, your brand, your worthiness in the relationship, your value as the table. Um, Most young men fall for it at least once because they believe it's possible. They believe, maybe they're just that special. And they get stabbed super hard, and we learn real quick what the apex predators of the dating world is like. Not 100% true 100% of the time, but that's sort of like the abridged dude version of the 1 to 10 scale. Do with what you will. See you later.